It's the middle of the night, thousands of years ago. You're huddled around a dying fire, wrapped in animal skin, and everyone you love is asleep beside you. The world beyond the fire is pitch black, total darkness, and in that darkness, something is watching you. You can't see it, but you can feel it. And then it happens. A sound. Not a growl, not a howl, something worse. A low, hollow hoot drifting out of the trees. Slow, deliberate, almost like a voice. You freeze. Every hair on your body stands up. Because deep down, in a part of your brain older than language itself, you know something is out there, and it can see you, even though you can't see it. That right there, that's the moment. That's where humanity's ancient, bone-deep fear of owls begins. And honestly, it's one of the weirdest, creepiest, and most fascinating fears we've ever had. Because here's the thing, owls don't hunt us. They're not dangerous to humans, not even a little. So why did nearly every ancient culture on Earth look at this fluffy little bird and think, death is coming? Let's get into it. First, you've got to understand something about the night. To us, night is nothing. We flip a switch and boom, light. But to ancient humans, night was the enemy. Night was when the predators came out. Night was when people died. Your eyes barely worked. Your ears did all the heavy lifting. And your imagination? Oh, your imagination ran wild. So picture this. You're already terrified of the dark. You already know things hunt at night. And then out of that darkness comes a creature that is built for it. Because owls aren't just night animals. Owls are the masters of the night. And everything about them is designed to freak you out. Start with the eyes. Owl eyes are massive, huge, glowing, forward-facing eyes, just like ours. And that's the problem. Almost every other bird has eyes on the sides of its head. But owls stare straight ahead, straight at you. When an owl looks at you, it doesn't look like a bird. It looks like a face, a watching, judging, unblinking face in the dark. And to a scared human brain, that's not a bird, that's a spirit. Then there's the head. Owls can turn their heads almost all the way around, 3/4 of a full circle. Imagine you're a caveman. You've never seen a science documentary. You just watched a creature spin its head around like something out of a nightmare. What would you think? You'd think it wasn't natural. You'd think it was possessed. But here's the creepiest part, the silence. Owls fly without making a sound. Their feathers are specially designed to erase noise. No flap, no whoosh, nothing. So imagine sitting in the dark and suddenly feeling the air move next to your face, and there's no sound to explain it. Something just flew past you, inches away, and it was completely silent. That's not a bird anymore. That's a ghost. And that's exactly what ancient people decided owls were. Ghosts, messengers, warnings. Death itself wearing feathers. Now, let's talk about how deep this fear actually goes. Because this wasn't one culture being superstitious. This was everywhere, all over the world. People who had never met, who lived oceans apart, all landed on the same terrifying idea. In ancient Rome, the owl was a straight-up death omen. If you heard an owl hoot, someone was about to die. Roman writers claimed that the deaths of several emperors were predicted by owls showing up beforehand. When an owl was found inside a building, total panic. They'd literally perform cleansing rituals to undo the bad luck. Jump over to ancient Egypt. The owl symbol in their writing was linked to death, to night, to the cold world beyond the living. Go to parts of Africa, and the owl was tied to witchcraft and sickness. Head into the Americas, and many native cultures saw the owl as a messenger of death, a sign that a spirit was crossing over. Different continents, different languages, different gods, same fear. That's not a coincidence. That's something wired deep into the human brain. But, and here's the twist, not everyone hated the owl. Because this bird has a split personality in human history. The ancient Greeks, they loved owls. To them, the owl was the symbol of Athena, the goddess of wisdom. That's actually where the whole wise old owl idea comes from. The Greeks looked at those big, thoughtful eyes and saw intelligence, knowledge. a creature that could see what others couldn't. So think about how strange that is. To one culture, the owl means wisdom. To another, it means death. Same bird, complete opposite meanings. And when you really think about it, those two ideas aren't as different as they seem, because both of them come from the same feeling. The feeling that the owl knows something you don't, that it sees things hidden from human eyes. Whether that secret is wisdom or death, either way, the owl is the keeper of it. So where does all of this leave us? Why did this fear last for thousands of years? Here's the answer, and it's kind of beautiful. It's because of a story your brain tells you. Ancient humans survived by being afraid of the right things. If you heard a strange sound in the dark and you assumed it was a threat, you survived. If you ignored it, sometimes you didn't. So evolution rewarded the nervous ones, the ones who saw a face in the dark and ran. We are literally descended from the people who were scared of the owl. That fear kept them alive, and they passed it down, generation after generation, through stories, through myths, through that little shiver you still get when you hear something in the dark at night. And here's the wild part. You still have it, right now. Even though you know owls are harmless, even though you've seen 100 cute owl videos online, some tiny part of your brain still goes quiet when you hear that hoot at 3 a.m. That's not random. That's 10,000 years of survival instinct whispering in your ear. Now, flip it around though, because there's a happy ending to this story. Today, we don't fear owls. We adore them. They're on hoodies and coffee mugs and kids' backpacks. We put little cartoon owls in graduation caps to mean smart. The exact same creature that made our ancestors tremble in the dark is now the mascot for wisdom and cuteness. Think about that journey, from death omen to plushie. That's how far we've come. But here's the part I want to leave you with. That fear wasn't stupid. It wasn't just silly superstition. It was your ancestors paying attention. It was them looking into the darkness, seeing a pair of glowing eyes staring back, and choosing to survive. Every myth about the owl, every ghost story, every death omen, is really just a record of humans trying to understand a world that scared them. The owl never changed. We did. So the next time you're out at night and you hear that deep, hollow hoot roll out of the trees, don't be scared. Instead, just stop for a second and listen, because that exact sound made your ancestors freeze in fear 10,000 years ago. And here you are, still hearing it, still alive, still human. That fear, it's ancient. And in a strange way, it's the reason you're here at all.